GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Wildwood. Tonight we'll celebrate our Cape May Beach Patrol's triumph at the Dutch Hoffman Lifeguard Championships, check the Saturday surf forecast for our shore, and preview the new electric Volvo tram cars rolling onto the boardwalk. Over to you, Jake.
The Sticks in the Sand Beach Hockey Tournament starts tomorrow on Wildwood's North Beach, featuring 12 mixed-gender teams competing from sunrise until sunset.
Each game lasts 15 minutes, with a 30-second break between periods, and fans can watch free from the temporary wooden stands set up along the shoreline.
Local businesses sponsor the tournament, and the Wildwood Chamber of Commerce provides complimentary water stations and a beachside food truck offering shrimp pabloys and lemonade.
Tickets are available online and at the Boardwalk kiosk. The tournament runs all weekend, and we'll jump right in. Lots to get to. Let's begin. Good evening, Wildwood. Cape May Beach Patrol clinched the Dutch Hoffman Memorial Lifeguard Championships title on Friday, July 31st, dominating the final 3 races in a decisive victory. Sean Mulvaney has the full story.
On Friday, July 31st, the Cape May Beach Patrol clinched the Dutch Hoffman Memorial Lifeguard Championships, taking the title after a strong performance in the final 3 races. Competing against teams from across the region, the patrol's swimmers and rescuers kept a lead, outpacing rivals in sprint, rescue relay, and endurance events. Judges noted the crew's timing and technique, while spectators cheered each wave of the competition. The win adds another accolade to a season already marked by low incident reports and high visitor numbers on the shore. The team plans to carry the momentum into next summer's training cycles, reinforcing safety standards along the coastline. Sean Mulvaney, GMNA News, Cape May.
At the Cape May County Zoo, a newborn Grant zebra foal has become the center of a community naming contest. 3 finalist names, Gloria, Gemma, and Tara, were unveiled after a panel narrowed submissions, and voting is underway after the contest opened on Friday. Zoo officials say the poll not only lets visitors put a personal stamp on the young animal, but also helps raise funds for the expanding herd and broader outreach programs. The zoo, which recently added a pair of African elephants and a small group of red pandas, uses events like this to connect families with wildlife and encourage repeat visits. Residents can cast their choice online or at the zoo's visitor center, with each vote contributing to the fundraiser. The zoo expects the naming vote to run through the coming weeks, keeping the public engaged as the herd continues to grow.
Today's forecast from NJ 101.5 brings the latest weather and surf outlook for New Jersey's beaches and boardwalks, including Wildwood. Expect warm sunshine along the shoreline with a light sea breeze and surf conditions described as moderate, suitable for both swimmers and boardwalk surfers. Temperatures are set to stay comfortably warm while water temperatures remain refreshing. Humidity levels are expected to stay low, keeping the heat comfortable throughout the day. Evening breezes will pick up, offering a gentle close to the day. The forecast calls for clear skies through the afternoon, with a chance of isolated showers late in the evening. Tides will be typical for this time of year, providing ample shoreline for families to spread out. With these conditions, residents and visitors can plan a safe, enjoyable day by the water, whether they're heading to the boardwalk for a stroll or catching a wave.
Cape May County hosts the 6th annual Hurricanes Heroes fundraiser today, honoring retired police K-9s and raising awareness and funds for their care. The event runs through Saturday, August 1st. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
Organizers have gathered on a sunny Saturday in Cape May County for the 6th annual Hurricanes Heroes fundraiser, a day dedicated to honoring retired police dogs. Volunteers line the grassy field with donation stations, while a handful of seasoned K-9s sit patiently beside their former handlers. Attendees, many from nearby towns, mingle near banners that read, "Support our heroes." Throughout the afternoon, the community shares stories of the dogs' service, and a silent auction offers memorabilia to boost the cause. Every contribution goes toward veterinary care and retirement supplies for the animals. The force and its former canine partners share the space. Families with children watch the retired dogs play gently on the lawn. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Cape May.
Yesterday, the Harry Potter film star was spotted on the Wildwood boardwalk, joining a group of New Jersey police officers for a quick photo session while the crew rolled film for an upcoming movie or television project. The star, dressed casually, leaned against a patrol car as officers in uniform waved to onlookers, turning a routine patrol spot into a brief celebrity moment for beachgoers. The shoot took place along the iconic boardwalk and the adjacent beach, areas that draw thousands of tourists each summer. Production officials said the scene captures the lively atmosphere of the shore and will feature in the new project set to debut later this year. Local fans cheered, snapping pictures and sharing the surprise on social media, adding a touch of Hollywood sparkle to the seaside weekend. Later we'll hear how the boardwalk is getting sleek electric tram cars plus more top stories. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Good evenings, Wildwoods. The Wildwoods Boardwalk Authority announced plans to introduce electric Volvo tram cars to the iconic boardwalk line. The new vehicles will join the existing fleet later this year, with full implementation slated for 2026. Officials say the switch to battery-powered trams will preserve the classic ride experience while cutting emissions, offering a greener option for both tourists and residents. The authority expects the quiet, zero-exhaust cars to blend seamlessly with the boardwalk's historic charm, and the upgrade includes charging stations at each terminal. Local businesses welcomed the move, hoping the cleaner rides will boost foot traffic along the promenade. Construction crews will begin installing the infrastructure next month, and the first electric tram car is set to make its debut before the summer season peaks. Boardwalk visitors can look forward to a smoother, quieter ride, as the seaside attraction moves towards sustainable transportation.
Downtown Wildwood retailers saw a surge in sales and foot traffic during the 4th of July week, driven by holiday tourism and summer visitors, signaling a positive economic boost for the community. Sean Mulvaney has the full story.
Retailers along the main strip reported a noticeable jump in sales and foot traffic during the 4th of July week, from July 1st through 7th, 2026. Owners said the surge stemmed from holiday tourists and the influx of summer visitors drawn to the boardwalk and beaches. Several boutique shops noted that daily receipts were up compared with the same period last year, while eateries saw longer lines at lunch and dinner. The downtown corridor saw a steady stream of cars and pedestrians, with parking lots filling faster than usual. Business leaders said the strong performance reflects the season's draw to Wildwood's coastal attractions. Sean Mulvaney, GMNA News, Downtown Wildwood.
Production crews from a popular TV series have set up on Wildwood's iconic boardwalk this summer, filming a follow-up episode slated for later this year. Directors, camera operators and set designers are using the oceanfront promenade, its classic seaside architecture and bright neon signs as backdrops. Local cafes and shops report a noticeable uptick in activity as crew members and extras patronize the area. Mayor Linda Rivera welcomed the team, noting the economic lift and the chance to showcase Wildwood's heritage on a national stage. The series draws roughly 11 million viewers each week, and producers hope the boardwalk scenes will spark tourist interest when the season opens. The episode will feature a local diner and a sunrise shot over the Atlantic. Filming continues through the warm months, with occasional road closures near the pier as sets are assembled.
Wildwood's beaches have just been named New Jersey's best for the third straight year, according to USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards announced today. The accolade crowns the stretch of sand and surf that draws families and sun seekers alike, thanks to consistently high visitor satisfaction and the fact that access remains free. Local officials said the recognition reinforces the area's reputation as a top summer destination and boosts tourism for the season ahead. Business owners along the boardwalk welcomed the news, noting a steady flow of out-of-state guests who return year after year. The award also shines a spotlight on the community's efforts to keep the shoreline clean and welcoming, a point of pride for residents who cherish the coast's natural charm. Visitors can still enjoy the boardwalk rides, arcade games, and fresh-caught seafood while the sun sets over the Atlantic.
A back-to-school warehouse clothing sale is currently underway at the Wildwoods Convention Center, running from July 30th through August 11th. offering families affordable school apparel. Sean Mulvaney has the full story.
Back-to-school shoppers flood the Wildwood's convention center as a warehouse clothing sale stretches from July 30th through August 11th, 2026. Hundreds of families peruse aisles of discounted shirts, pants, and shoes, all marked for the upcoming school year. Event organizers say the goal is to keep costs low for local households, offering sizes for toddlers up to high school seniors. The summertime market runs daily from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening, with special promotions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Local volunteers hand out flyers and help families locate items on the sprawling floor. Attendance has been steady, and organizers expect the final weekend to draw the biggest crowds. Sean Mulvaney, GMNA News, Wildwood.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what tonight's skies have in store. A lingering western jet and slipping pressure set the stage for tonight's unsettled heat and cloud cover. On this date, the all-time high for Wildwood stands at 89 degrees Fahrenheit, set during the early summer heat wave of 2024. That surge broke a long-standing record and highlighted the strength of a ridge that pushed hot air deep into the region. The all-time low is 53 degrees Fahrenheit, recorded in the cold snap of 2023 when a polar front slipped unusually far south. Today's climatological normals hover around the mid-70s, so both extremes sit well above and below the typical range. The live radar shows a clean slate across the lake and the inland valleys. No echoes appear from the west or the south, confirming the dry air mass that the western jet has been shepherding aloft. With high pressure holding steady and the jet only 25 miles per hour from the west, any moisture will stay bottled up. The map stays quiet as we turn to tonight's outlook. At 6 p.m. Wildwood sits under a thick overcast, temperature 81 degrees, feels like 86, humidity 78%, and a southerly breeze at 9 miles per hour. Pressure is near average but easing lower, signaling a gradual shift toward unsettled conditions as the western jet drifts overhead at 25 miles per hour. That jet stream injects modest lift, keeping clouds in place and preventing any late-night heating. The ultraviolet index reads 7, and no weather alerts are active. With the low-level air remaining moist, overnight temperatures will dip to 73 degrees before the sky clears toward sunrise. That sets the stage for tomorrow's pattern, so let's move to the 5-day outlook. Looking ahead, Saturday remains overcast with a high of 82 and a low of 73. Monday brings a trough from the northwest, delivering light rain and a high of 79, low 72, with about 55% chance of rain. Tuesday holds steady under lingering clouds, high 79, low 72, and dry conditions. Wednesday sees another weak disturbance, light rain possible and a high of 79, low 75 with a 25% chance. Thursday clears as high pressure builds, offering a high of 81, low 75, and only scattered showers at 25%. The weekend will shift back toward warmer, drier air as the jet stream arches north, setting up a mild stretch into early next week. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Amazon Music or wherever you get your podcasts. Up next, traffic tips, Wildwood Beach Basketball Tournament, Eagles' new running game, and the downtown parking lot spotlight. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Route 1 is flowing smoothly from the boardwalk to the north-south connector. County Road 5 shows no slowdown near the shopping plaza, and Ocean Avenue remains clear through the downtown core. The Garden State Parkway northbound is moving at normal speed, with no reported accidents near exit 24. Drivers can expect typical mid-afternoon volume as school dismissals begin at 3 o'clock, so expect a modest rise near the elementary district on east side. Beachgoers heading to the boardwalk may see a light buildup on Atlantic Avenue after 5 p.m., but nothing severe right now. Cyclists should still watch for the new bike lane on Main Street as construction crews finish paving. Overall, the network is running free, so you're good to go. Keep an eye on weather-related slick spots as a passing shower moves inland later this evening for drivers.
Battle at the Beach mixed martial arts tournament rolls on today, bringing high-octane fights to the boardwalk and drawing fans from across the shore. It's the biggest combat showdown on the boardwalk this summer. On Wildwood Beach, the Wildwood Beach basketball tournament kicks off, a fast-paced showdown that's perfect for families watching the sun set over the sand. Local teams vie for bragging rights, and the games are free to watch. Inside the George F. Boyer Museum, author Jane Doe signs copies of Flag Me Down, the story of the Wildwood's tramcar, a chance to meet the historian behind our beloved tramcar legacy. And over in Wildwood Crest, the summer music series and food truck festival hums at Centennial Park, offering live tunes and tasty bites for anyone strolling the promenade. Keep an eye on the calendar for the Wildwood Tattoo Beach Bash next week and the Live Like Ball 5-kilometer run later in August. And now here's Luke with sports.
Eagles revamp the ground game while Flyers plot power play fixes this summer. Training camp shows the Eagles leaning on a revitalized rushing attack, giving Jalen Hurts breathing room beyond his dual threat reputation. With Sean Mannion's scheme emphasizing balanced cuts, the backfield, anchored by Saquon Barkley, should dictate tempo, forcing defenses to respect the run and easing pressure on the quarterback. Dak Prescott's brag about the Cowboys' greatest offense serves as a reminder of the firepower the Eagles will face twice next season. Defensive coordinator must craft schemes to disrupt that rhythm, while the offense should stay disciplined to keep games within reach when Philadelphia's own attack still finds its footing. Wideout Devonta Smith praised Sean Mannion's play calling, noting the new system's clarity for route concepts and timing. That endorsement signals growing chemistry, which should translate into a more reliable passing game for Jalen Hurts as the Eagles aim to blend aerial precision with their emerging run threat. Observations from the second camp session highlight Tank Bigsby's limited touches, prompting coaches to expand his role in the ground scheme. Elevating his carries could diversify the attack, keep defenses honest, and give Jalen Hurts additional short yard options as the Eagles shape their 2026 playbook. The Flyers' power play woes persist, with conversion rates hovering near league-low levels. To break the curse, the club must overhaul its quarterback to point shooting, introduce dynamic slot movement, and prioritize quick puck release, creating traffic that forces opponents into defensive lapses. Philadelphia's Blue Liners entered last season with identity questions, yet recent playoff success hints at a core forming. Going forward, every defenseman must sharpen gap discipline and transition speed, turning the unit into a relentless two-way force that can sustain pressure throughout an entire game.
Downtown Wildwood parking lot, right in the heart of downtown Wildwood, just opened its new public lot. The Wildwood Business Improvement District added about 70 spaces, a welcome breath of room for the surge of summer visitors and our own downtown shoppers. With easy access lanes and lighting that feels safe after sunset, the lot is designed to keep traffic flowing and storefronts bustling. City officials say the extra parking will encourage more people to stroll the boardwalk, dine on Ocean Avenue, and support the small businesses that give Wildwood its character. For longtime residents like me, a convenient spot to park means we can linger longer, savoring the tide-side vibe without the stress of circling the block. Later, we'll uncover the dramatic rescue of a man airlifted after two boats collided 10 miles off Barnegat Light. Stay tuned.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Good evenings, Wildwoods. Two boats collided 10 miles off Barnegat Light Saturday, prompting a Coast Guard airlift of one injured passenger. Boaters are urged to stay vigilant in coastal waters. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
Two recreational vessels crossed paths about 10 miles offshore from Barnegat Light on Saturday, August 1st, and collided in choppy Atlantic waters. Witnesses saw one boat list heavily while the other sustained hull damage but remained afloat. Coast Guard crews launched a cutter and a helicopter within minutes, boarding the damaged craft and retrieving a 38-year-old passenger who was pinned by debris. The rescue helicopter lifted him aboard and transported him to a nearby medical facility, while the remaining occupants were transferred to the cutter for evaluation. No serious injuries were reported beyond the airlifted passenger, and both boats were later towed back to shore for inspection. Authorities reminded boaters to maintain proper lookout and communication in crowded coastal zones. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Barnegat Light.
Grounds for Sculpture announced that 42-acre park will welcome a new flock of baby peacocks, hatched this summer, with the birds expected to roam the grounds by fall. Sean Mulvaney has the full story.
Fresh from the incubators in the park's nursery, a clutch of baby peacocks has already taken its first steps on the green lawns of the Grounds for Sculpture. Staff members report that the tiny birds, born this summer, will be released to wander the 42-acre grounds as the leaves turn, giving visitors a living splash of color alongside the sculptures. The hatchlings are being acclimated in a shaded enclosure near the central meadow before their autumn debut. Park officials say the addition of the peacocks complements the existing blend of art and nature, offering a new point of interest for families and art lovers alike. Sean Mulvaney, GMNA News, Hamilton.
Thank you, Wildwood, for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Mancini, and we're thrilled to celebrate the Cape May Beach Patrol's Lifeguard Championship win. Stay tuned tomorrow for more local stories, sunshine, and community spirit. Until then, keep enjoying the boardwalk and have a wonderful evening.